The Mekong Delta hums with life as the sun dips below the horizon. In Kai Bay, stilt houses perch over the river, their wooden frames creaking in the humid air. Lin Nguyen, 24, sits cross-legged on her family's porch, her cracked iPhone glowing in her hands. She scrolls through TikTok, pausing on a viral video. A blurry figure in the river, eyes hollow, hair like ink. The caption chills her. Ma Da is real. Don't go near the water at night. Lin's grandmother Ba Noi shuffles out, her face etched with worry. Over steaming bowls of pho, she whispers old tales of Ma Da, the river ghost who drowned long ago and now lures the living to her watery grave. She calls your name, Lin, Ba Noi says, her voice trembling. Lin rolls her eyes, fingering the jade bracelet on her wrist, a protective charm. It's just stories, Ba, she says, but the knot in her stomach tightens. Minh, Lin's 19-year-old cousin, bursts in, his knockoff Gucci cap tilted back. Yo, Lin, check this! He shows her his YouTube channel, filled with drone shots of the Delta. We're filming Ma Da tonight. Viral content, baby. Lin hesitates, glancing at her bracelet. Min's grin is infectious, though, and she's tired of being the cautious one. Fine, she says, but if we die, it's on you. Minh laughs, already rigging his drone. The river is a black mirror as Lin and Minh push off in their uncle's sampan. Min's drone buzzes overhead, its red light blinking like an eye. Lin grips the oars, her phone's glow casting shadows on her face. Minh live streams, his voice echoing. What's good, fam? We're hunting Ma Da. Lin scans the water, half expecting to see ripples. The mangroves loom in the distance, their roots like twisted bones. Min's phone stutters, the drone feed cutting to static. Stupid tech! He curses, smacking it. Lin's heart skips as the feed clears, revealing a woman in the water, her head bowed, hair fanning out. It's gone in a blink. Minh, did you see that? Lin whispers. He shrugs, focused on the drone. Lin's bracelet warms against her skin, and she tells herself it's her imagination. But the river feels too still, too watchful. A low hum rises, like a lullaby sung underwater. Lin freezes. It's her name, whispered in a voice that's hers but not. Lin. Minh doesn't hear, too busy reading livestream comments. Bro, something's behind you. Lin's bracelet burns now, and she grips it tightly. The mangroves seem closer, their shadows shifting. Minh laughs off the chat, but Lin's eyes dart to the water, where ripples form, without a cause. Min's phone vibrates wildly, the chat flooding with one message. She's here! She's here! She's here! Min's grin fades. Lin grabs the phone, her pulse racing. The drone feed glitches, showing the woman closer, her hands reaching. Minh yelps, dropping the phone. The drone crashes into the river, and the live stream cuts out. Lin's bracelet is scalding, and she yanks it off, tossing it into the boat. The whispers stop, but the silence is worse. The haunted video. Min's phone lights up again, playing a grainy video neither of them recorded. It shows them on the boat, but from below, as if filmed from the river's depths. Lin's face in the video is wrong. Eyes too wide, mouth stretched. Min's reflection is eyeless, grinning. This isn't real, Minh whispers. The boat lurches, as if something heavy has climbed aboard. Lin spins, expecting Ma Da, but sees only shadows moving unnaturally in the mangroves. Lin's phone buzzes in her pocket. It's a TikTok notification, a live video on her account, one she didn't post. The thumbnail shows her standing in the river, eyes hollow, beckoning. "Ma Da is real. Join me." The caption reads. Min's hands shake. "Lin, this is streaming now." It's not her. It's a digital ghost wearing her face. Lin screams, hurling the phone into the water. The whispers return, chanting their names in an ancient guttural tongue. The boat rocks violently, and Min tumbles overboard, his scream cut short as the water swallows him. Lin lunges, but the river is empty. No ripples, no Min. She's alone, the sampan drifting in a void where the mangroves stretch endlessly. The whispers grow louder, angrier. Lin's bracelet is gone, her oars missing. The river is a mirror, reflecting a sky with no stars. She's trapped, and something is watching. Hours blur, or maybe minutes. Time feels broken. Lin hears Min's voice calling from beneath the water. "Lin, help me!" he pleads. Tears stream down her face as she leans over the edge. The water is clear, and there he is. Min, suspended below, eyes wide, mouth open in a silent scream. But his face is wrong, like the video, a twisted mockery. Lin's heart breaks, but her instincts scream to pull back. Lin reaches for Min, her hand breaking the surface. The water is warm, alive, pulling her in. She fights, but the river is stronger, dragging her under. Her lungs burn, her vision blurs. But there's no pain, just a strange calm. The river cradles her, its currents like a mother's embrace. Lin's panic fades, replaced by a heavy, dreamlike surrender. The mangroves above twist into impossible shapes, watching her descent. In the depths, Lin sees her. Ma Da, her face both beautiful and decayed, her eyes full of sorrow. "Stay," Ma Da whispers, her voice a lullaby. Lin wants to resist, but her body is heavy, her mind unraveling. Ma Da's webbed hands brush her cheek, cold yet tender. The river is no longer a prison, it's a home. Lin's memories blur, her village, her dreams, her name, slipping away like silt. Days later, the village searches for Lin and Min. The sampan is found drifting near the mangroves, empty. The elders whisper of Ma Da's curse, their faces grim. Lin's phone washes ashore, its screen cracked but glowing. A teenager picks it up, ignoring the elders' warnings. He opens TikTok, and Lin's account is active, posting new videos, her doppelganger in the river, beckoning. The elders turn away, crossing themselves. Lin's TikTok videos spread like wildfire, each clip showing her in the river, her hollow eyes staring through the screen. Comments flood in. "Is this real? She's still out there." The videos go viral, racking up millions of views. In cities far from Kai Bay, people watch, transfixed, feeling an urge to visit the river. The elders warn against it, but the young don't listen. Ma Da's reach grows, one view at a time. The Mekong flows on, silent and still. At dusk, the water reflects the mangroves, their roots pulsing like veins. No one in Kai Bay speaks of Lin or Min, but the river remembers. Fishermen avoid the deep channels now, their nets empty. The air is heavier, the lotus blooms duller. Mada waits, her hum barely audible, calling new names. The river is patient, and it never forgets. Weeks later, a fisherman finds Min's drone tangled in the mangroves. Its memory card is intact, holding hours of footage. He plays it, hoping for clues. The video shows the river, then glitches. Ma Da's face fills the screen, her eyes boring into the viewer. The fisherman drops the drone, his hands shaking. The footage uploads to Min's YouTube channel that night, without human hands. Viewers report nightmares, their screens glitching. Kai Bay is quieter now, its people wary. Children are forbidden from the river at night, and the elders burn incense to appease Ma Da. Lin's phone, locked in a temple, still buzzes with notifications. The teenager who found it hasn't spoken since, his eyes distant. The villagers whisper of a curse, not just on the river, but on the tech that carries Ma Da's image. They pray, but the river listens to no one. Across the world, Lin's TikTok videos reach new audiences. In London, Tokyo, New York, people watch, drawn to the haunting figure in the river. Some feel a pull, a need to find water, rivers, lakes, even bathtubs. Reports emerge of disappearances, of phones playing the video unprompted. Ma Da's hum echoes in dreams, her name whispered in comments. The internet, once a tool, is now her domain. The Mekong Delta at midnight. The river is a mirror, reflecting nothing but darkness. A faint hum rises, a name you know, though you've never heard it. Ma Da waits, her hair streaming, her eyes hollow. She's not just in Vietnam anymore. She's in your screen, your reflection, your dreams. The river calls, and it knows your name. Will you answer? Bright Frights dares you to keep watching.